On this tutorial, I'll be showing you how to make these mini bow loops and these large bow loops. These are my mini bow loops, and I've been doing it out of this really bright pink color. And I've used 1/4 of an inch on my ribbon cutter to have the width of these bow loops. So I've cut this out. And you can really do different sizes. You know, these ones are pretty small. I've gone up to about like 3 inches. So it's really up to your preference and how big, either like your cupcakes or if this is going on cakes, how big you want it. And so I'm probably going to cut off a little bit right here. And what I do, these are pretty small, so I wrap it around my thumb, just like that. And I make sure that the ends meet together, just like that. And then what I do is I pinch the ends like that, and then I turn it over and pinch again. And then as I lay them on the parchment paper, I really want to make sure that it's standing straight up and that the edges aren't folding over. And that's going to give us such a great bow loop because it's full and it's not folding over. And I really like these big ones, how they're a little bit narrower, and the smaller ones you can make them a little bit more fatter, because once you get higher up on the bow as you're putting it together, then it looks more full. And there you go, my mini bow loops. And these are going to be in lavender and probably going on cupcakes. So those are finished, and you always want to make sure you make extra so that if they break, because they're pretty thin, if they break, you'll always have some on hand. So now I'm starting on my regular size bow loops, and these are, I'm using a 3/4 inch on my cutter, and I cut it out. And since these are a little bit bigger and wider, they are a little bit harder to pinch. So I'm doing the same thing. I'm getting my thumb on the side, and then I'm matching the two ends together. And then I'm pinching in 2 different areas. So there's 2 pinches, and then I bring them together, and then I pinch it again. And then you go ahead and lay it on its side. And you definitely want to make sure you're doing different sizes, because this is probably going on a 6-inch cake, so you want to make sure that it's full enough. So for this particular bow, I'm going to be mixing this lavender and white with a pink glitter stripe. And so what I've been doing is, it's still 3/4 because we want the bow to look uniform still, and I've been cutting it out. And then, just like my Easter cake, I put 1 stripe down the middle of this almond extract. And this is what helps get the fondant wet, so the glitter will stick. Since this is a 6-inch cake, you want to make sure you have about 15 to 20 bow loops, so you have a good variation, you have some extras if they break, and it will definitely look so much better. So this technique really gives it a great feel to it, and it makes it unique. Not a lot of people do this. So I'm still going to cut out the strips that I need. Don't worry about the extra sugar, because once the bow loop dries, then we'll be able to wipe it off and get the excess off, but we're just focusing on keeping the bow loop shape. So still the same technique, you pinch and then pinch again. So there's 2 pinches, you bring them together and do it again. Then go ahead and lay it